Hello, 57's fans. We are here in Okotoks, albeit a little bit later than we expected to be, but the clouds have parted and we are ready to go for hopefully 9 innings of baseball on Canada Day, which is always an event here at Siemens Stadium. They are stuffed in here to watch the 57's take on the Okotoks Dawgs. 57's last game was an adventure, a 14-10 win over the Regina Red Sox. And the 57's, that win giving them a 14-8 record. Winners of their last 3, second in the WNBL East with that 14-8 record. Just a game back of the Regina Red Sox at 15-7. Okotoks tops in the WNBL West, 15-8 on the year. They are going to start right-handed pitcher Anthony Balderas out of California. 3 appearances on the year, 1 start, 12 innings of work. He's allowed 12 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. Struck out 7 and walked 5. He's 1-1 with a 4.5 earned run average. Matt Mahalski will get the start for the Swift Current 57's in the bottom of the first inning. This 8:30 start, messing with the timing of the big Texan. I ran into Matt just out by the concession stand. Needed a burger. He was expected to be done a few innings by 8:30 at night, so he'll have to wait just a little bit for his 57's to be done batting in the top of the first before he gets to work. For Swift Current, Matt Bondarchuk will lead off, followed by Riley Campbell and Blake Adams.
Where's Bondarchuk from? You know where Bondarchuk's from?
Leading off the top of the first inning for the Swift Current 57's, the center fielder, number 22, Matt.
So Matt Bondarchuk, the native of Edmonton, to lead off for Swift Current here. Bondarchuk 17 stolen bases on the season. On pace to tie a WNBL league record. Hitting .333 on the year as well, Bondarchuk is. On-base percentage of .404. So leadoff hitter type numbers for Bondarchuk. First pitch from Balderas is outside to the leadoff hitter for Swift, Bondarchuk. Fastball to Bondarchuk, and he fouls that off towards the parking lot where there are thousands of cars here. They always stuff the fans into Siemens Stadium on Canada Day. And there's a look at the sold-out stands. Grassy berm area filled as well. Biggest crowd the 57's have played in front of this year is Bondarchuk, 2-1. Taking a few pitches from Balderas. 2-1 pitch as Balderas swings and delivers. Bondarchuk fouls that towards the aforementioned berm area.
Thank you so much.
2-2 pitch to Bondarchuk, forthcoming here. Top of the first inning. Ground ball. Hit to short. That's in the glove of Cullen. And he throws it low to the first baseman. And pulling that out of the dirt is Cody Funderburk for the first out. Bondarchuk taking a few pitches and grounding out to 6.
Second baseman, number 8, Riley Campbell.
Riley Campbell to the plate, league leader in stolen bases. He's got 20 of them. Just an unreal year swiping bags for Campbell. Okotoks Dawgs as a team have 27 stolen bases. Campbell for the 57's with 20. Anthony Balderas pitching to Joel Brophy. At first base, you got Cody Funderburk. Second base, Matt Lloyd. The shortstop is Greg Cullen. Playing third base, Alderley Perez as Campbell. Righty on righty matchup here. Strike one, painting the outside corner. Outfield for the Dogs, local product Ryan Humanock in left, Jace McLean in center. Zach Hanna patrolling right field. 0-1 the count to Riley Campbell. Pitch about letter high for ball 1. Campbell a .293 batting average. Leads the 57's in walks as well, as he's got 16 of them on the year. Towering fly ball by Campbell. That's hit deep. Center fielder is chasing that down, and that is over his head. Campbell Galloping to second base, he's going to head to third. Campbell, 3 triples on the year. He slides in for number 4. The flow is magnificent, and Campbell with a triple, igniting the 57's dugout.
Batting third, left fielder number 24, Blake Adams.
Well, the 57 setting the table for the big dog here as Blake Adams comes to the plate. League leader in home runs, among the league leaders in RBI. Adams 27 runs batted in on the year, 2 behind Broderick Rodocker of the Regina Red Sox. And he's had the most home runs of anyone across the land in the Wimble. He fouls that one off, though. First pitch fastball, and 0-1 the count to Adams. Riley Campbell just a few feet away at third base. Kyle McDonald on deck. McDonald a 300 hitter, so the 57's with a chance here to get things going early on this Canada Day celebration as Adams, another big hack with cruel intentions, sent out of the ballpark in foul. And 0-2, the count to the native of Longview, Texas. Adams a 350 batting average on the year as well. That's best on the 57's. Pitch outside, called strike 3. Oh my, righty on righty.
Batting fourth, first baseman.
All right.
Number 13, Kyle McDonald.
Well, the home plate umpire has a better look than I do up here. That looked about a foot off the plate, but
You're right.
Kyle McDonald now up to the plate. Hitting from the left side of the batter's box, so outside pitch won't be as effective from Balderas. Campbell. So 1-0 to McDonald, fouls that into the backstop. Kyle McDonald 1-1 now, 2 down. Riley Campbell a triple at third base. 57's don't want to strand him. Ground ball hit hard to Cullen. That's in the glove and over to first, and that'll do it for the 57's. They'll strand Campbell after that triple. An auspicious strikeout for Balderas against Blake Adams. And that does it for the top of the first. Bottom of 2 coming up. This is Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Living Sky Casino and Crop Production Services.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Celebrate the wonders of our nation this July at Living Sky Casino. Players Club members can swipe daily for their chance to win a train trip across Canada in our From Far and Wide promotion. Bonus entries are also available. Grand prize draw July 31st at 8 p.m. Must be present to win. See Players Club for more details.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. Happy Canada Day, wherever you may be joining us from. Matt Mahalski from Mansfield, Texas, gets the start for the 57's. His fourth appearance of the year, all starts, 27 1/3 innings work. He's allowed 18 hits, only 7 runs, and only 5 of them earned. A 23-3 strikeout to walk ratio, 1.64 ERA. His opposition's batting average is 180. So Matt Mahalski gets the Canada Day start here in Okotoks. The stage is big. Greg Cullen leading off for Okotoks, 325 average on the year for him. Hitting leadoff. It's fouled into the backstop, 1-1 the count. Certainly looks like righties versus righties are going to get the benefit of the doubt on pitches just a little bit off the plate tonight, as Blake Adams with a interesting strikeout in the top of the first. Righty on lefty matchup here, and Mahalski 1-1 count to Greg Cullen. Breaking ball from Mahalski, swinging strike, and strike 2. Nice curveball from Mahalski in his 5th start of the year. 1-2 count, bottom of the first, and scoreless thus far. Riley Campbell with a triple in the top of the first. He was left on base. It's drilled into the backstop just above the 57's dugout by Cullen. One-two pitch, Mahalski. Jams the hitter. Actually, hitter hits it off of himself. And Cullen in a little bit of pain after fouling that ball off of his person. He'll step back into the batter's box, and the count 1-2 remains. Breaking ball bounces in front of catcher Mason Brown. Matt Mahalski pitching to Brown. Kyle McDonald playing first. Riley Campbell at second base. Grant Van Scoy at short. Brett Esau will play third base tonight. Blake Adams in left. Matt Bondarchuk in center. Nick Kanyas in right field. 2-2 the count. Pitch number 7 of this at bat. Up and out, full count. Fans in Okotoks are into it here. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball, hit deep, hit back. Center fielder Matt Bondarchuk is there. And Cullen takes a 3-2 pitch to center field for the first out of the bottom of the first. Jace McLean to the plate. Off-speed pitch from Mahalski, and that's strike 1. Just a little bit low. Jace McLean at the plate. McLean with a healthy head of fluffy hair, hitting .278, 4 home runs on the year. To go with 19 RBI, power numbers for McLean. And he launches one into left field. And McLean, that ball rocketing off the bat head, a double to right field. So the Dogs with a runner on now with 1 away. Matt Lloyd to the plate. Matt Lloyd, practically a local here from just up the road in Calgary. Lloyd hitting .365 on the year with 2 home runs and 14 runs batted in. Dogs as a team batting .299. 57's hitting .287, so two of the most offensive-minded teams going head-to-head here on Canada Day. First pitch from Michalski. Righty on lefty, strike one, painting the outside corner.
The players said do it for every time, but
57's in their road greens. First trip to Okotoks with the name 57's for the Swift Current squad. As Michalski pitches up. Before the game, patrolling the concourse here in Okotoks. Lots of people asking what's the significance of that 57's name. And if you're not familiar with it, the team formerly known as the Swift Current Indians electing to change their name in the offseason, and the name 57's reflecting the 57 seasons as the Swift Current Indians and paying tribute to everyone who came before them. As that's fouled towards the Dogs dugout. 1-2 count now. Mason Brown behind the plate for the 57's tonight. Bodie Cooper, who's caught the last few games, DHing this one. One-two pitch with one away. Outside, and strike three. Chasing after that one is Lloyd. And Matt Michalski with his 24th strikeout of the year. It comes at an opportune time with only one out and a runner on at second base. Cody Funderburk to the plate, if that name rings a bell. He was a member of the Edmonton Prospects, the team last year that met the then Swift Current Indians in the WNBL final. A series that Swift Current swept in 3. That Game 3 win in Edmonton. Funderburk moving to just down the road this summer to play his summer ball in Okotoks. Former member of the Prospects. Heading for third is McLean, and waiting for him with a cup of coffee is Brett Esau. A good heads-up play by Mason Brown, and McLean not getting the jump that he wanted on that. So that'll do it. The Dogs will end up leaving Funderburk at the plate to lead off the second of the inning. First inning is in the books, and we are scoreless between Swift Current and Okotoks. We'll be back shortly with more 57's baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's baseball. Ryan Schweitzer in Okotoks. 57's and the Dogs, first meeting of the year, their second and last regular season meeting will be tomorrow at 2:05. We'll have that webcast for you as well. The way they mixed up and changed the schedule a few seasons ago, sad that we don't get to see the Okotoks Dawgs at Mitchell Field this year. They'll visit us next year, and Swift, unfortunately, will go without the trip to Okotoks. Swift will just do the Northern Alberta teams, as the count is 0-2 to Bodie Cooper, so Okotoks, the first venture into Alberta for the newly named 57's. Not next week, but the week after, they'll do Edmonton and Fort McMurray, 4 games in 4 nights. in northern Alberta. Called strike 3. 57's are going to have to make that adjustment as a foot off the plate righty on righty is going to be a strike tonight. And credit Anthony Balderas for working that pitch and retiring a very capable hitter in Bodie Cooper.
Batting 6, shortstop, number 7, Grant Van Scoy.
So Van Scoy to the plate. Strike 1 to the 57th shortstop. Van Scoy hitting .326 on the year. There's a well-hit baseball into the outfield. No one's going to be able to get to that in time. A diving catch attempt. And laying it out was Hanna, but Van Scoy perched at second base with a double. Second hit this game for the 57s. Second multiple base hit for the 57s. As Van Scoy sees something he can drive. Bringing Brett Esau to the plate. This is a kid that's no stranger to this ballpark in this community. Former member of the Junior Dogs Academy. Esau spending his high school years in Okotoks. Balderas, first pitch, breaking ball to Esau for strike 1. Curveball looked to start at about eye height and then dropped into the strike zone from Balderas. Van Scoy at second. Fastball to Esau, just below his knees for strike 2. Esau 286 on the year with 3 home runs, 13 RBI. Missed 6 games with an upper body injury. So 0-2 the count against Esau. Van Scoy on the mind of the pitcher, Balderas, as Esau fouls off an 0-2 pitch. 22 pitches thus far for Balderas in the top of the second inning, scoreless between Swift Current and Okotoks. 57's baseball brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino. Van Scoy almost caught in no man's land as he was taking a healthy lead off. And Balderas and Matt Lloyd trying to erase that Swift Current base runner. Van Scoy on at second with that double earlier this inning. Canada Day and members of the RCMP taking in this one. Enjoying this one from center field. Couple thousand fans in here and some folks from the Okotoks detachment making sure everyone's behaving themselves. Watching you out in center field. Pitch to Esau. Esau and the Swift Current 57's forced to protect the plate here with a rather swollen strike zone. 1-2 with 1 down. Catcher Joel Brophy going to have a quick chat with his pitcher. One-two pitch. Well, not before Grant Van Scoy's checked. Van Scoy gets the ominous glare from Balderas, and Esau waits a 1-2 with 1 away. Fastball significantly outside for ball 2. .24 pitches thrown through 2 1/3 for Balderas. made quick work of the 57's in the first inning, despite giving up a triple to Riley Campbell. Two-two pitch. Swung on and missed. Esau goes down swinging. Number 8 hitter in the lineup is Mason Brown.
Batting 8, the catcher, number 9, Mason Brown.
Brown from Littleton, Colorado. Junior at Emporia State University in Kansas. 189 on the year with 6 runs batted in. Brown taking his turn, playing behind the dish tonight as Bodie Cooper will DH for the 57's. Balderas.
With personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the hearing place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.thehearingplace.ca.
Welcome back to Swift Current 57's Baseball. Ryan Schweitzer in Okotoks 57's and the Dogs Canada Day. Hope you're enjoying our webcast of 57's Baseball wherever you may be. Mason Brown flying out to right field to end the top of the second with Grant Van Scoy on at second. Cody Funderburk got to see one pitch in the first inning when he batted. 321 on the year with 5 home runs and 19 RBI. He's been an offensive juggernaut for the Okotoks Dawgs, Funderburk has. Member of the Western Division champion Edmonton Prospects last year, Funderburk was. First pitch from Mahalski, as he's had to face a steady diet of lefty hitters. The big righty from Mansfield, Texas. Breaking ball low, and it's a 2-0 count to Funderburk. Matt Mahalski, pitch number 18 of his game. 2-hopper to Riley Campbell, who takes his time, does it right, and orchestrates a 4-3. Right fielder Zach Hanna to the plate.
Batting 5th, the University of Alabama, the right fielder, number 26, Zach Hanna.
Hanna 307 on the year. He digs in. Mahalski thinking another lefty. Sheesh. Fly ball by Hanna. Riley Campbell into foul territory. Goes for a bit of a jog and makes the catch.
Batting 6th, Dogs Academy alum from the University of British Columbia, the designated hitter number 5, Brendan Rose.
Brendan Rose, 246 on the year with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Mahalski's had some quick innings in his 4 starts for the 57's. 2 2/3, and he's thrown 20 pitches. Mahalski in the stretch, ground ball foul. 1-1. Mahalski pitching to Mason Brown. Kyle McDonald at first. Riley Campbell at second. Grant Van Scoy at short. Brett Esau playing third base this game. Blake Adams in left. Matt Bondarchuk in center. Nick Kanyas in right. Rose representing the number 6 spot in the Dawgs batting order. Dawgs have one hit, happened in the bottom of the first, a double by Jace McLean. Ground ball, and that's fouled, strike 2. Ball pulled foul. One-two pitch with 2 away. Mahalski winds and fires. Reaching for that is Rose and hits it to Blake Adams, who gets some grass stains on the uni and makes a sweet catch. Rose flies out to left field. 3 up, 3 down. Matt Mahalski is through 2 innings, and doing so, only throwing 24 pitches. 57's will be back on the sticks when we return shortly. 57's Baseball brought to you by Living Sky Casino and Crop Production Services.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale, selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Welcome back to 57's Baseball. Happy Canada Day. It's Ryan Schweitzer in Okotoks. Kanyas, Bondarchuk, Campbell. As the 57's, 9-1-2 here. Strike 1 to Kanyas. Kanyas fouls that off. Pitch number 29, about to be released from the arm of starting pitcher Balderas, and it's fouled into the backstop. 0-2 to Kanyas, so to San Antonio. West Texas A&M University, where Kanyas played his school ball, as he swings at the seductive high fastball for strike 3. Top of the order now for the 57's, Matt Bondarchuk leading off. Second time through the order now. 57's with a couple hits the first time through the order. Struck out 4 times. Anthony Balderas, 4 Ks thus far. Matt Bondarchuk rounded out to short his last time up. Hit a ground ball to Greg Cullen. First pitch to Bones. Curveball just a bit out. One-0 pitch. Bondarchuk fouls that towards the parking lot. Perhaps giving an Okotoks Auto Body Shop a little bit of business on that foul ball. Count is 1-1. 1-1 pitch. One away. Balderas just above the feet of Bondarchuk for strike 2. 8:30 start to this ball game. Rain delayed until 8:30, and Was supposed to be a 7 o'clock start. Count now 2-2. Decent sized strike zone in this game. I think with that late start, Blue might want to get out of here early tonight. Top of the third inning and scoreless. 2-2 pitch to Bondarchuk. Another ground ball. Hits it to short. Cullen, two-hopper. Throw to first, not in time, as the mobile Matt Bondarchuk legs that out for an infield single.
Second baseman, number 8, Riley Campbell.
And the 57's with one of their big base stealers on right now. Bondarchuk 17 on the year. Bring Riley Campbell to the plate. Campbell tripled his last time up. Opposite field shot, and the speedster from Wadsworth, Idaho, had ample time to scamper all the way to third base. '57's is a team with 71 stolen bases on the year. Okotoks Dawgs, a first-place team. As a team, they have 27. Dogs with a .299 team batting average coming into this one as well, so really gives you an idea of how frequently the 57's have been stealing bases this year. Campbell with 20 of them, Bondarchuk with 17, Blake Adams with a few. Curveball to Campbell, just a bit up. Torrential downpour passing through just after 6 o'clock, and some steady rain until 7 as Bondarchuk is checked at first. Anthony Balderas and the Okotoks Dawgs likely doing their homework on the 57's. Recognizing that Bondarchuk is a guy who likes to swipe bags. And Matt Bondarchuk checked thoroughly. Hopefully the hotel he's staying at tonight has laundry facilities. Pitch to Campbell. Righty on righty outside. That'll be a strike all night. '57's assistant coach, third base coach Eric Dorton, with the count 1-1. Sends in signals. Siemens Stadium, the venue for tonight's game between the 57's and the Okotoks Dawgs. Siemens Stadium, the crown jewel of the league. Dogs played their inaugural season here in 2007. It was a championship year for Okotoks. Swift Current and Okotoks in the latter half of the 2000s. Two storied franchises who met each other a lot in big playoff series. Ground ball hit to Funderburk. They get the out at first, and it's a 3-6. As Riley Campbell grounds into a double play, and that does it for the 57's. We'll talk more about the history between these two teams when we return to more Swift Current 57's baseball, brought to you by Living Sky Casino and Crop Production Services.
There were no runs on one hit.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Celebrate the wonders of our nation this July at Living Sky Casino. Players Club members can swipe daily for their chance to win a train trip across Canada in our From Far and Wide promotion. Bonus entries are also available. Grand prize draw July 31st at 8 p.m. Must be present to win. See Players Club for more details.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
Matt Mahalski getting set for another inning of work for the 57's. His third. So far for Matt, 2 innings, 1 hit, striking out 1. Facing 6 batters. Chase McLean caught stealing for the Okotoks Dawgs after he doubled. So looking back on the history, 57's and the Okotoks Dawgs, 2004 WMBL Championship, it was Swift Current and the then Calgary Dogs. This Okotoks franchise used to play out of Foothill Stadium in Calgary. 2004, these two teams met in the league finals, Calgary winning that. 57's won league titles in 05 and 06, beating Medicine Hat and Lethbridge in league finals. 07, Okotoks Dawgs, their first season playing in Okotoks, beat Swift Current in the WMBL final. 08, Okotoks beat Swift Current playing in the WMBL final. And 09, the Okotoks Dawgs capturing a league title at the expense of the Melville Millionaires. 2010, Swift Current wins it. They beat the Regina Red Sox in the final. And since then, teams have sporadically made it to the league finals. Swift Current winning in 2016 last year. Okotoks' last title was 2009 after that three-peat. Mahalski, filthy pitch. More movement there than a big couple dancing to a fast song, and it's 0-2. Alderley Perez, third baseman. .271 hitter is Perez as Mason Brown lines up outside the plate. Pitch drops in. Brown closes the 5-hole, and the count is 1-2 as Perez elects not to chase low and away. Catcher Joel Brophy is on deck. He hits .286. Ryan Humanock, local product from here in Okotoks, hitting 9th in the order. Ground ball. Van Scoy, 6-3. That'll do it for Perez.
Batting 8 from Niagara University, the catcher, number 14, Joel Brophy.
Brophy hitting .286 on the year, 10 hits in his 35 at-plate endeavors. He's played 13 games for the Dogs. Mahalski trying to work that outside pitch low and away, ball 1. Matt gets a strike that time. Not a lot of righties in the lineup for the right-handed pitcher Mahalski to work against this game. That one gets away from him. And that one hits Brophy right in the ear. He's going to take a walk to the dugout. Dogs trainer is out of the dugout. As Brophy, off-speed pitch in the ear that got away from Mahalski.
Logan, let's go. Get it, Logan.
So Brophy will get some maintenance. Answer a few questions over there before taking first. After that stray pitch from Mahalski got him high.
Batting 9, Dawgs Academy alum from Indian Hills Community College, the left fielder, number 13, Ryan Humanock.
So a stray pitch gets Brophy on base the hard way. 1 out now, Ryan Humanock to the plate. Humanock 245, 3 runs batted in. Pitch in the dirt. It's another lefty for Mahalski to deal with. Ground ball. Slashed foul. Top of the order and shortstop Greg Cullen on deck. 1 away here, bottom of the 3rd inning. If you're just joining us and wondering why it's 9:15 at night and we're only in the bottom of the 3rd, a rain delay in this one. We didn't get the first pitch until just after 8:30. Game actually clipping along at a pretty good pace since that first pitch was thrown out. That one rolls along the first base line and stays fair. And 2 on, top of the order up now for the Dogs. So 2 base runners, one with the always effective swinging bunt as Humanick is on, and the runner on at second base on as he was hit with a stray pitch. So the Dogs scrapping a couple base runners on, and now it's Greg Cullen who flew out to left field, and Blake Adams, his last trip to the plate. So the 8 and 9 guys on for the Dogs, bottom half of the order, getting themselves on base. Setting the table for the guys with big numbers. Fair ball down the first base line. That heads into the corner, and one will score. With runners on at second and third, an RBI double for Greg Cullen. That ball drilled down the first base line. So Jace McLean to the plate with runners at second and third and only one away. Coming into this game in his previous 4 starts, Matt Michalski with an ERA of only 1.64. Doesn't give up runs that often. Shot hit to center field. That's hit back. Matt Bondarchuk is there. Fifth home run of the year for Jace McLean. And the Dogs up a field goal and a rouge here in the 3rd inning.
The second baseman, Dogs Academy alum from Indiana University, number 6, Matt Lloyd.
Matt Lloyd struck out the last time he faced Matt Michalski. Michalski goes right after him. Errant throw back to the pitcher as that one went off the bat of Lloyd. Well hit ball. One hopping Nick Conyuson right. Single for Lloyd. Swinging bunt from Ryan Humanick got him on. Infield single. RBI double from Cullen. That 3-run home run from Jace McLean and Matt Lloyd with the 4th hit in a row. Cody Funderburk now. Breaking ball from Michalski. Trapdoor just opens on that pitch, and Funderburk swings. 0-1 the count. Funderburk continues to buy what Michalski's selling here, and the count is 0-2. Out in front of a couple of pitches that Michalski took something off of. As he's expecting something with a bit more heat from the big Texan. 0-2. Ground ball. Potential for 2, 6, and 3, and that'll do it for the Okotoks Dawgs. Funderburk grounds into a double play, but the Dogs put 4 on the board against the 57's and Matt Mahalski. And it's 4-0 after 3. Top of the 4th coming up. Swift Current has some catching up to do. We'll be back shortly with 57's Baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
The bird dance takes us to the top of the 4th inning, where the Okotoks Dawgs put up 4 in the bottom of the 3rd and lead the Swift Current 57's by 4-0 margin. Swift with some catching up to do, and they certainly have the horses to do it. Swift Current's last game, they would have played last night, but it got rained out, so their game in Regina on Thursday, they put up 7 in the top of the 9th to rally and eventually win 14-10 over the Regina Red Sox.
Leading off the top of the 4th inning for the Swift Current 57's, the left fielder, number 24, Blake Adams.
So we know that Swift has the horses to put up runs. Blake Adams to the plate. Caught looking the last time he was up. Had Riley Campbell at third base. Called strike 3 on a pitch that really established the strike zone for this game. Fastball that looked about 6 inches off the plate. Adams gets a piece of that one, but rockets it right into the glove of the left fielder as he hit that ball right where Humanick was standing.
First baseman, number 13,
Kyle McDonald, who grounded out to short his last time up, takes a turn now. Top of the 4th inning. 4-0 lead Okotoks. 3-run dinger from Jace McLean. Difference maker in this one. Kyle McDonald, the native of Mississauga, will look to rep the 6 here as he's out in front of an off-speed pitch. And 0-1. Anthony Balderas pitching to Joel Brophy. Cody Funderburk at first. Matt Lloyd at second. Greg Cullen at short. Third baseman is Adderley Perez. Ryan Humanick in left. Jace McLean in center. Zach Hanna right field for Okotoks. 0-2 the count to McDonald's as Balderas pumps the leg and induces a ground ball to Cullen at short. Cullen looking sure-handed in the number 6 spot, throws out McDonald.
the designated hitter, number 5, Kobe Cooper.
2017 Dogs Baseball. We don't play games over 2 hours.
3 2/3 innings. And Balderas only 43 pitches to get there. Brings Bodie Cooper to the plate. Struck out swinging his last at-plate endeavor. Takes a big cut with Cruel Intentions on off-speed pitch. 0-1. Balderas, 3 appearances, only his 2nd start of the year. Delays his delivery to the plate. Pumping that leg a few times and then taking an extra half second with the leg kick. 0-2, now quick to Cooper as he looks to mix things up. Lightning strikes off in the distance. after a Canada Day downpour that delayed this game 90 minutes. 0-2 to Cooper. Quick delivery this time from Balderas. Pitch is up 1-2. There's that leg pump. 4 coming up. Dogs lead it by 4. 4-0 on 57's baseball, brought to you by Crop Production Services and Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky.
Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Matt Mahalski and the Swift Current 57's down 4-0 and trying to keep it that way for now as the Dogs send Zach Hanna, Brendan Rose, and Adderley Perez to the plate.
University of Alabama, right fielder, 26, Zach Hanna.
Ground ball. Van Scoy took a funny hop on him, but he negotiates, gets it into the glove, throws the runner out. 2 shortstops that are on their game tonight, and Greg Hanna and Grant Van Scoy for Okotoks and Swift Current, respectively. If you're going to be good in this league as a team, you can't have someone making errors at short, and neither of these teams have to worry about that. Van Scoy and Hanna. Sure-handed shortstops. 1 down here. Quick out for Matt Mahalski in the 57's. Got a feel for Matt Mahalski tonight as strike is called. You got an umpire, calls low and away, righty on righty, consistently for a strike. And Mahalski only with 2 righty batters in the lineup. The 7 and 8 hitter, Adderley Perez and Joel Brophy. Other than that, all lefties taking on the big Texan as there's a single into right field. Brendan Rose is on. Dogs' 6th hit of the ballgame.
Third baseman from the University of Arkansas, Pine Bluff, number 11, Adderley Perez.
Perez grounded out to Grant Van Scoy short, his last trip to the plate. Runner on. Check of the swing by Perez on that pitch low and away for ball 1. Okotoks Dawgs currently sitting first place in the WNBL West Division. That's slashed into right field. Nick Kanyas runs for it and makes the catch. Perez slashes one the opposite way. Second out of the inning. Bottom of the fourth and a 4-0 lead for Okotoks. Catcher Joel Brophy to the plate, one of two right-handed hitters that Mahalski has the luxury of facing in this Dawgs lineup. Last time Brophy was at the plate, he took one off the helmet, a stray pitch from Mahalski. This time Mahalski high fastball for strike one as Brophy chases. Nothing in one count. Fly ball. Kyle McDonald calls for it. Makes the catch for out number 3. No damage done that inning, and the lead for the Okotoks Dawgs remains 4-0. Swift will try and take a bite into that lead when we return with 57's Baseball, brought to you by Living Sky Casino and Crop Production Services. Celebrate the wonders of our nation this July at Living Sky Casino. Players Club members can swipe daily for their chance to win a train trip across Canada in our From Far and Wide promotion. Bonus entries are also available. Grand prize draw July 31st at 8 p.m. Must be present to win. See Players Club for more details. Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Use your game sense. When planning your Swift Current stay, call the Days Inn. Just a short walk from Living Sky Casino and a few minutes from world-class golf, Days Inn offers free Wi-Fi, a continental breakfast to go with newly renovated rooms. Ask about suites with kitchenettes. Unwind in the jacuzzi suite. If you're driving a large truck, no problem. There's lots of free parking. The Days Inn is home to locally renowned meeting and banquet facilities as well. Call 306-773-4623. The Days Inn, the host hotel for the Swift Current 57's. We're back with 57's Baseball. 4-0 is the deficit for Swift Current. A 4-run third inning by the Okotoks Dawgs, including a 3-run dinger from Jace McLean. Have Okotoks up by 4. Van Scoy, Esau, and Mason Brown. 6, 7, 8 due up for the 57's. Top of the 5th inning. Top of the 5th, this game just over an hour long. Game that started at 8:30.
We throw you off the roof. See how many people wear those t-shirts while you're on. You know what, Danny? Choke on your own. Secured a 2-year contract with Philadelphia.
Van Scoy fouls that up. Third baseman Perez runs in to make the catch. He had a better angle on that one than the catcher Brophy. Catch is made. Van Scoy, a towering fly ball.
Third baseman, number 11, Esau.
Brings Brett Esau to the plate. Esau struck out swinging his last trip up.
Yeah, I was going to go to the first base.
We kind of did the corners that one day, right?
Yeah.
But we got to check these things.
Perez induces a foul ball from Esau for strike 1. Esau, first season in the WNBL. Esau, the native of Meadow Lake, Frank Phillips Junior College in Texas. Prior to that, went to school and played ball here in Okotoks, part of their Junior Dawgs Academy here. Junior Dogs coach Alan Cox speaking fondly of Esau before this game.
Logan, give me some good old chick music, okay? Okay, love you.
1-2 the count to Brett.
Logan, I love you. I love it.
Esau 280 on the year to go with 3 home runs. 1-2 pitch. Another foul ball. Just slashed over top of us here at Siemens Stadium. 13 runs batted in for Esau in the year. Slugging percentage of .531. Second best slugging percentage on the team behind Blake Adams at .613.
Okay, wait, are all those cars parked over there?
2-2 the count to Esau. He's going to do his best to try and nibble into this 4-0 lead that the Dogs accumulated through a 4-run third inning. Strike 3 on a pitch that broke outside, and that'll do it for Esau. Swift Current coming into this game with a record of 14-8, and if you go back and look at those 8 losses, the majority of them happening because of one bad inning defensively for Swift. No matter who the opponent. You don't see a lot of ones on the scoreboard against the 57's. However, you have seen some gross-looking higher numbers against at times. Want to know the count to Mason Brown, the catcher who flew out to right field his last time up, an opposite field shot. Intense rain before this game, and we're still seeing thunder off in the distance. Ground ball hit to Perez. 5-3, and that takes care of the 57's. As Brown grounds out to the third base. Yeah, there's that rough inning for the 57's. If you do without the bottom of the 3, well, fortunately we can't do without the bottom of the 3. 4-0 lead for the Okotoks Dawgs. Back with more 57's baseball shortly.
At the Hearing Place, we're making a positive difference in the lives of our clients' hearing health. We are a full-time, fully licensed hearing health care facility. Our goal is to improve and maintain our clients' hearing health with personal attention and ongoing support. As an audiologist with more than 15 years' experience, I work with clients of all ages, including toddlers and newborns. This is not only my vocation, but my passion. When you come into the Hearing Place, you will receive a complete diagnostic hearing evaluation using state-of-the-art equipment. We talk about the specific reasons for your visit and the hearing situations you find most difficult. We then discuss the hearing options that are right for you, your budget, and your lifestyle. The end goal is to ensure you leave with the knowledge and confidence about your future of hearing health. The Hearing Place. For more information, visit www.
Pre-game monsoon late in the attendance, but still an amazing crowd on hand here in Okotoks. Just a short drive south of Calgary, the biggest city in Alberta, one of the largest centers in Western Canada. Calgary, a population of over 2 million, just a little bit to the north here.
I don't know how to do it, but sure. Let me get to my feet first.
Ryan Humanick to the plate. Nothing in one, the count. Mahalski, fastball. Humanick infield single the last time he was up, a swinging bunt type scenario. And the ball that rolled down the first base line, got him on base, and then he subsequently scored.
I think I could, so I don't think I just hit space. I could probably figure it out. I'll try. Just hold my hand.
Humanick, that 2-out infield single that really got the ball rolling for the Okotoks Dawgs in that 3-run fourth. Gets a little bit more wood on it this time, but he puts it at Matt Bondarchuk.
Hurry, throw on the gun.
Shortstop, number 18.
And pitch number 54 of the ball game takes care of Humanick. Pitch number 54 from Mahalski. Top of the order now in Greg Cullen. Cullen RBI double last time he was up, as he brought in Brendan Rose, and then Jace McLean hit that 3-run home run. Bottom of the fifth now. 4-0 lead Dogs. Matt Mahalski pitching to Mason Brown. Kyle McDonald at first. Riley Campbell at second. Grant Van Scoy playing short as Brett Esau stands at third. Blake Adams, left field. Matt Bondarchuk in center. Nick Kanyas in right. DHing this game is Bodie Cooper. As that baseball is fouled into the paraphernalia of Mason Brown. 1-1 the count with one down here to Greg Cullen. RBI double and a good game in the field at short for Cullen thus far, as he's flawlessly handled any ground ball hit his way thus far. Cullen's going to step out of the batter's box, take an extra second to ponder what he might see here from Mahalski. Niagara University out of, and a hometown of Penfield, New York, for the shortstop Cullen. 1-1 pitch.
I would just jump with it after even Gordon.
Inside 2-1.
Oh, you're a good man, Greg. You're genuine.
Should we just go hot these out of the burn? Because we're not going to have a ton of time, right?
Well, can we do it after the 50-50?
2-1. Ground ball. Van Scoy. Shortstop on shortstop there. Van Scoy taking McDonald off the bag, as the big man had to reach to keep that one in front of him. And Greg Cullen is on via the E6.
Center fielder, number 24, Jace McLean.
So Jace McLean, 3-run dinger his last time up, and he's also got a double this game. 2 for 2. Mahalski. McLean shows bunt. 1 out, runner on at first. McLean, number 2 hitter in the lineup, has solid power numbers. Guy who likes to swing the bat, showing bunt. 5 home runs, 23 RBI on the year now for McLean. Wasn't showing bunt on that last pitch. Joe Carnahan, 57's coach, I remember when he played. Always had strong power numbers. Said he'd be willing to bunt once a year. Fastball, strike one from Mahalski.
It's for burn people.
4,000 fans getting behind McLean here in Okotoks with the count 2-1 and a runner on at first.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you want to send this to Morgan?
3-1 count as lightning flashes off in the distance. 57's will play 6 games this season against teams from the province of Alberta. First one tonight, second one tomorrow against Okotoks. Week after next, 4-game road swing as they play Edmonton and Fort McMurray as McLean is walked. Runners on at first and second for Matt Lloyd, who struck out and singled this game.
The second baseman, number 6, Matt Lloyd.
It's just a quick PA announcement next, right? So you basically add that up now.
Matt Lloyd, 365 coming into this game with a couple home runs and 14 RBI. 63 pitches thrown by Matt Mahalski through 4 1/3. So we're in the bottom of the 5th now. Lloyd 1 for 2, upping his average to 369 on the year. Mason Brown, Matt Mahalski having a quick convo on the pitcher's mound. Runners on at second base, perhaps discussing signals.
And one of them is like a really good dancer. One of them, I guess the other one can dance too. I was asking him today. So I guess you really can't. I can't really tell.
First pitch to Lloyd. Swings through a fastball for strike one. Lightning strikes around us here at Siemens Stadium, off in the distance. It's fouled off, drilled towards the parking lot. 57's overnighting tonight in the Foothills area before a 2:05 afternoon game. And after that, about a 5-hour drive back to Swift Current. Third longest bus trip of the year for the 57's. About 5 hours to Okotoks. Week after next, they'll go about 6.5 on the Iron Lung to Edmonton. And then to get from Swift Current to Fort McMurray, that's probably about an 11-12 hour drive. That'll be the farthest that a Swift Current WNBL team has ever played from home when they take on Fort McMurray, an expansion team that came into the league last season. Runner in motion as that's fouled off. Hit and run was on.
What happened to the ones that we threw out?
As Greg Cullen at second base made his move towards third, an attempted hit and run by the Dogs with one away here. Strike two to Matt Lloyd. Mahalski with 2 on and 1 out. Induces another foul ball, and 1 and 2. Pitch 68 of the ball game for Mahalski. Mahalski. Fastball up and out, 2 and 2. Two-two pitch, 2 on 1 down. That's flared into left field. Blake Adams with it. They will hold the runner and load the bases. Adams ready to throw on that single to the opposite field by Lloyd. And why not? Only one away, load the bases for Cody Funderburk. And Joe Carnahan will walk Despacito out to the mound here. Little strategy discussed here. Joe Carnahan making his way out of here. Joe Carnahan's last WNBL game as a player was played in this ballpark. It was a WNBL Finals loss to the Okotoks Dawgs, and the Dogs clinched the 2007 championship. Joe became the coach the following year in 2008.
You're so original, dude. Wow.
Lightning strike just over the right field area. Cody Funderburk to the plate with the bases loaded. Funderburk, a tough night thus far, as he grounded into a double play and grounded out to second his first 2 at-bats. 1-0 count to Funderburk. 1-1. Funderburk 5 home runs, 19 runs batted in on the year, hitting .314. Dogs lead at 4-0, and they got 3 on the pond right now with only 1 away. 57's trying to Houdini themselves out of the bottom of the 5th and keep that deficit at 4. Mahalski 2-1. Those lightning strikes seem to be getting closer.
Yeah, and then just ran right back.
Strike 2.
So bad.
Mahalski working that spot against this plethora of lefties in the Okotoks lineup. Of the 9 hitters, 7 hit from the left side. Not an ideal scenario for the right-handed pitcher Mahalski. Count 2-2 now with 1 down. There's not a lot of lefty pitchers in this league. Dogs with a team batting average of over 300 after this game. And all these lefties in the lineup, you can see why. Tough time for the righty pitchers. 2-2. Mahalski inside, doesn't get the benefit of the doubt of that pitch, and it's a full count. So Funderburk gets to see another pitch from Mahalski, 3-2. Power hitter at the plate, full count, bases loaded. Mahalski gets him. And Funderburk with words for the home plate umpire.
Because he's got to swing at it. He's right. And that kid don't say anything to anybody ever.
Right fielder, number
As he heads to the dugout. So the 57's not out of the woods yet.
You're good. So right after pizza, so it'll be Craig's announcement, pizza. Right after pizza, take the
Mahalski goes back inside. A little bit more inside than pitch that he was getting a strike call on. Canada Day fireworks will follow here in Okotoks. Fans getting treated to quite a light show over the right field wall. As lightning continues to strike. And so does Matt Mahalski. One and one the count. One ball, one strike, 2 away, bases loaded. 2-1. Three on and 2 away. There's a shot just over the head of Riley Campbell. One will score. Kanyas up throwing, and they're going to send the second one home to score. As Zach Hanna takes a 2-1 pitch and singles it just over the head of the second baseman, and it's 6-0 Dogs. Two ribbies for Hanna. And Joe Carnahan makes his way out, and that's going to do it for Matt Mahalski. Pitchers in the WNBL, doesn't matter how good you are, every pitcher in this league, relief, starter, closer, otherwise, always has one rough outing in this league. And Matt Mahalski, 4 solid starts for the Swift Current 57s thus far this year. And Mahalski due for a less than stellar outing as the lefty Ernesto Romero makes his way out of the 57's bullpen. Mahalski 4 2/3, allowing 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned. He walked 1 and struck out 2. Cue Ernesto Romero. This will be appearance number 6 for Ernesto on the year. Ernesto from Tucson, Arizona, Point Loma University. 5 appearances all in relief on the year for Romero. 6 innings of work. He's allowed 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He has struck out 6 and walked 3 in his 6 innings of work. ERA of 3. Opposition hits .320. He's hit 1 batter, the lefty from Tucson, Arizona. So Romero comes in with a couple on here, and the 57's looking for that 3rd out here in the bottom of the 5th, where the Dogs have put up a crooked number and now lead at 6-0. Lightning strikes in the distance. Dogs, base runners take their positions. Runners on the corners. And Ernesto Romero will try and take care of Brendan Rose. 7 lefties in the Okotoks Dawgs lineup, and the 57's going with a southpaw to try and counter that. Well hit ball by Rose. Hit to right field, and Nick Conyas watches that one land in front of him. One comes in to score. Conyas, throw to third base is off target. And Rose sneaks through the back door to second base. One comes in to score, RBI single. And Rose advancing to second on the throw, and it's now 7-0 Dogs. 7-0 Dogs. Okotoks up by a converted touchdown. Brings Adderley Perez to the plate. Romero fastball up.
That would have gotten them out of it.
Towering fly ball, hit to left field. Blake Adams makes the catch. There he is. An elusive third out as Adams gets that fly ball. Dogs strand 2 but score 3, 7-0. Okotoks leads it. Swift will try and bite into that 7-run lead when we return with 57's Baseball, brought to you by Living Sky Casino and Crop Production Services.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
When you need to unwind, visit Smiley's Lounge at the Days Inn Swift Current. Smiley's offers daily food specials and a full menu. Ask about their daily homemade soup and a wide variety of wings. Need something to go? Visit their off sale selling cold beer, hard liquor, wine and coolers, and all the ice you need. Need takeout or a catering service? Call 306-778-4600. Smiley's Lounge, North Service Road East, Swift Current.
Current 57's, the right fielder, number 26, Nick Conyas.
The scoreboard looks so dark.
9-1-2 due up for Swift.
It looks so bright.
7-0 the deficit. Fouled back by Conyas for strike one.
No, he's just trying to get a cloud.
Good start for Anthony Balderas for the Okotoks Dawgs as Conyas fouls off strike two. 5 innings of work, allowing 3 hits, striking out 6, no walks. .65 pitches for Balderas. 1-2 the count to Conyas.
So all over the place. There's no consistency.
1-2 pitch. Conyas fouls off another one. Third foul ball of this exchange. As Conyas awaits pitch number 5 of this at-bat with Anthony Balderas. Off the handle of the bat goes foul. Top of the 6th inning, 7-0 lead for the Dogs here. Balderas pumps the leg 3 times. Check swing by Conyas, strike 3. Called strike 3 on a pitch about letter height. Top of the order for the 57's and Matt Bondarchuk. Bondarchuk 1 for 2, grounding out, and had an infield single his last time up. .337 on the year for the native of Edmonton. Strike 1 called. Fouled off by Bondarchuk. Bondarchuk continuing to battle here with Balderas. The farther north you go, the longer days are in the summertime, just after 10 o'clock local time. And with the exception of the dark clouds, still a lot more daylight than we're accustomed to seeing at this time of night in southwest Saskatchewan. Ground ball, Bondarchuk hit to Cullen. Cullen charges that, grabs the backhand, and makes the throw to first. Third time to the plate for Riley Campbell.
Second baseman, number 8, Riley Campbell.
Literally gets exactly what you're at. I also don't think they're running out of the time zone. Near the end of it, it's days later, longer. That was one visit my grandmother in the
Greg, have you got a gap in the action here somewhere?
Campbell 1 for 2. Tripled in his first at bat. Grounded into a double play his last time up. Campbell showing bunt with 2 away here. Dark clouds seemingly getting closer and closer as Campbell, opposite field shot to shallow right field. Lloyd is there to make the catch, second baseman, and that'll do it for the 57's. Top of 6 in the books, bottom of coming up, 7-0 lead for the Okotoks Dawgs. Back with more 57's baseball shortly.
Win a jackpot on a select bank of machines to be entered into the weekly draw for rider tickets and merchandise. Draw to be held every Sunday at 8 p.m. Winner does not need to be present to win, but you must be playing with your card to win. Live it up at Living Sky Casino. Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Use your game sense.
It's always a festive atmosphere in Okotoks. Canada Day, most exciting day of the year typically for fans taking in baseball at Siemens Stadium in Okotoks. 8-9-1 due up for Okotoks here, 7-0. It's been a Dawgs day thus far. Brophy, Humanick, and Cullen due up, 8-9-1. Breaking ball from Ernesto Romero finds the strike zone. Romero coming on in relief after Matt Mahalski went 4 2/3, allowing 8 hits, 7 runs, 4 earned, striking out 2 and walking 1. Romero coming in for the last out of the 5th inning. Here he is in the bottom of the 6th. Count is 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Fastball up, and it's a 3-1 count. Ernesto Romero hurrying things up, 3-1. Ball 4 on that fastball up. Brophy's been hit by a pitch, drew a walk, and also flew out to first base. Number 9 hitter Ryan Humanick to the plate. Infield single and a fly ball hit to center field for Humanick. Humanick in front of an off-speed pitch, and Mason Brown wanting to have a chat with Ernesto Romero after that pitch, making sure they're on the same page with each other. Romero tightens up the laces. Count 0-1. Jammed him, heads up. Baseball that almost hit our camera girl, Christina.
They were both very alert.
Haven't had one of those yet. Bound to happen sooner or later with the number of games that we cover. And then that one, Dots Humanick. He's hit by the pitch. Yeah. Okotoks Dawgs game crew went and grabbed that baseball that came into our booth right away. I wanted to keep it. I wanted to at least trade it for $1.
The Yankees game, I think, once a number of years ago. Foul ball right in the booth.
Just give it to the kids. Kids are great.
Back in the days of covering the Swift Current Indians on the radio. Had one in Melville a few years ago. Top of the order now for the Dogs. With a 7-0 lead, there's 2 on and none out here in the bottom of the 6th. Greg Cullen. He's flown out, had an RBI double, and got on last time via the E6. Fastball from Romero, low and away. Lefty on lefty, 2-0 count. Joe Carnahan's going to come out and just have a quick chat with Romero. Joe Carnahan in his playing days a versatile player. I don't think he ever suited up at catcher for the 57's. Wasn't ever in the middle infield, but played pretty much everywhere else over his time as a player for Swift Current. Days when he played for Harv Martinez. Joe, a guy who could pitch and also had one of the league's top averages. Joe, a dominant lefty pitcher from back in the day. Giving some words of wisdom to his lefty on the mound, Ernesto Romero. 2-0 count now to Greg Cullen at the top of the order.
Yes.
2-1 the count. I imagine that would be the advice from Joe. Just throw strikes. Get out there, pound the zone. 2-1 now. Cullen, opposite field shot. That's going to score one. As that finds its way to the wall, they're sending the second runner in. And Cullen finds his way to second base, RBI double. The 2 runners come in, and it's a 9-0 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. So that was the Dogs' 10th hit of the ball game. Make the score 9-0. Romero goes right after McLean with a strike. McLean a double, a 3-run home run, and a walk in his previous 3 at-plate endeavors. Romero jams McLean inside. 0-2. Matt Lloyd up next, who's 2 for 3 this game. Reaching is McLean. Ground ball hit to Brett Esau. He looks the runner, makes the throw to first, and they get McLean just in the nick of time. Good job by Esau, who hasn't had a lot of reps at third base this season.
Second baseman, number 6, Matt Lloyd.
Matt Lloyd 2 for 3 now to the plate with 1 away. Runner on at second base. Ground ball. Riley Campbell makes the throw. They get the out at first. Runner advances to third. Bringing Cody Funderburk to the plate. Funderburk, one of the top hitters in the Dogs lineup, 310 on the year with 5 home runs. Uncharacteristically 0 for 3. Is Funderburk due? Pitch from Romero, lefty on lefty, is low, 1-0 count. When the calendar changes from June to July in the WNBL, weather starts to get hotter. Ground ball, hit to Campbell, in the glove. He'll make the throw to first, and that'll take care of Funderburk. Dogs strand 1, but they do score 2. 9-0 is the deficit. Top of the 7th coming up. This is Swift Current 57's baseball.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Nine 9-0 lead for the Okotoks Dawgs. 57's have had a 7-run inning this year at the expense of the Regina Red Sox. Put together a couple of those, will be in good shape. Top of the 7th. Blake Adams, Kyle McDonald, Bodie Cooper due up for Swift. Adams caught looking back in the first inning and has since flown out to left field. Riley Campbell had a first inning triple. Adams came to the plate with 1 out, and it was a called strike 3 on a pitch that appeared to be way outside, and that seemed to set a tone of misfortune tonight for the Swift Current 57's. Adams now 341 on the year. Swings out of his shoes at that breaking ball. 1-1. We'll be back here tomorrow afternoon for 57's baseball. 2:05 against the Dogs. Towering fly ball. In front of the Dogs' dugouts. Catch is made. As Cody Funderburk, the first baseman, got where he needed to go to make that catch in front of the Dogs' dugout. Anthony Balderas has really been varying his cadence tonight against the 57's. Not a lot of runners on base tonight for the 57's. Goes with the slow leg pump to McDonald this time for strike 1.
I think they'll like, depending how the rest of this game goes, probably be that fly ball in the, was that the right fielder just now? No, the last, third out.
Strike 2.
I'd like the pitcher to go to distance tonight. Was that
Lefty on lefty.
Oh, was it short? Okay, sorry. Lost sight of the ball.
We're about to see pitch number 80 of the ball game from Balderas in the 7th. And number 80 is spanked by McDonald. He's rounding first, heading for second. McDonald chugging his way to second base, and he is safe. McDonald A McDouble. And the 57's making some noise here.
The designated hitter, number 5.
Now Bodie Cooper,
Cooper.
0 for 2 thus far. Pitches inside to Bode. Letter height, 1-0 count. Van Scoy, 1 for 2 on deck. Off in the distance, lightning crashes, and we are live in Okotoks. 1-0 pitch to Bodie forthcoming. Bodie in front of something off speed, 1-1. Fouled off by Cooper. One-two pitch with 1 away. Called strike 3 as Cooper caught looking. Low and away to righties all night long for Balderas.
Shortstop, number 7. Van Scoy.
Strikeout number 8 of the game for Balderas. And he got it on his 84th pitch of the ball game. So Balderas, at this rate, complete game candidate here. 2 out, McDonald at second. 57's trying to get one on the board. There's a shot by Grant Van Scoy. It heads to the outfield. The big man being sent around third. He heads for home. And the 57's on the board. Grant Van Scoy. After that Kyle McDonald double, Van Scoy singling into the outfield. And the 57's on the board now, 9-1 the score.
Third baseman, number 11, Brett Esau.
RBI number 6 on the season for Van Scoy in his 14th game. Brett Esau fouls that back. Balderas has had Esau's number tonight as he struck out a pair of times. 0 for 2 for Esau. Fouled back by Esau.
Wow.
1-2 pitch to Esau with 2 down, and Van Scoy on at first. Esau drills it right back at the pitcher. Balderas recovers. That's going to sting. Balderas is going to get a quick talking to here. After a line drive right back at him, looked like it got him in the thigh.
Catcher, number 9, Mason Brown.
So Brett Esau keeps the top of the 7th going for the 57's. An inning that saw Swift get their first run of the ball game. It's 9-1. 2 on now. 2 out, Mason Brown. Brown 0 for 2, flying out to right, grounding out to third base. Curveball's just a bit up. And it's a 1-0 to Brown. Fireworks not waiting till the post-game show for Okotoks here as Brown drills one hard to center field, but Jace McLean is where he needs to be to make the catch. A well-hit ball, but Brown flies out to center field, and the 57's are going to strand a couple and score one. Bottom of Sev coming up. The deficit for Swift is 8. It's 9-1 Okotoks. Back with more 57's baseball after these.
Celebrate the wonders of our nation this July at Living Sky Casino. Players Club members can swipe daily for their chance to win a train trip across Canada in our From Far and Wide promotion. Bonus entries are also available. Grand prize draw July 31st at 8 p.m. Must be present to win. See Players Club for more details. Use your game sense.
At Crop Production Services, we're on in our commitment to farming. As in, it's on, lights on, game on this day and every day. Because through seeding, spraying, and harvest, on isn't an option. It's a marathon of on for farmers. On track, on time, always on. Like CPS in your community. So much riding on your farm. So many ways to profit from our experience. Bring it on. CPS, we're with you.
Umpires having conversations with coaches in this one with the lightning strikes near Okotoks. And are we done here? Some lightning strikes in the near vicinity of Siemens Stadium. Umpires discussing it. And we're done. The lightning strikes in the vicinity of this ballpark. And the umpires are calling this one 9-1 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. And it's starting to rain here as well. Rain's starting to come down now. And with the lightning strikes surrounding Siemens Stadium, that's the ballgame. Okotoks Dawgs are going to win this one 9-1, called due to inclement weather. Player of the game for the Swift Current 57's, and in a 9-1 ball game, that's not the easiest task, but 2 for 3 evening for Grant Van Scoy. Did make one error at short, but some sure-handed plays otherwise. And Van Scoy responsible for the lone RBI for the Swift Current 57. So our player of the game is Van Scoy. That'll do it, suddenly, for another edition of Swift Current 57's Baseball, brought to you by Living Sky Casino and Crop Production Services. We're going to be back here tomorrow at 2:05 from Siemens Stadium. Join us then. On behalf of Christina, doing a fantastic job of bringing you the images tonight and dodging baseballs in the process. Lightning's crashing, and we're getting the heck out of here. Good night from Siemens Stadium in Okotoks.